Hey, good morning everyone. This is Gary, aka the Butcher Boy. I think you probably know by now if you're watching me. I'm going to start this video out by saying I've done a collective straw poll with 3 or 4 subscribers that know me. I've asked them what changes I can make to the videos I do and such, and they all came up with the same answer. Just shorten your videos up a little, Gary. Don't make them 30 minutes. Make them shorter. I said, okay, I could work on that. And one guy said to me last night on the phone, he goes, Gary, you get on a topic and you could just run your mouth for hours about it. And I know I can. That's just how I am. That's my nature. I talk. So I'm gonna make a mindful effort to shorten them up, and which will result in part 1, part 2, and part 3 episodes. Today we're gonna start out with talking about holidays. The holiday rush. It's upon us. It's coming soon. And I could have talked about this when I was working. I elected not to. For some strange reason, I didn't have a lot of extra time on my hands like I do now because I'm retired, where I had the wherewithal to actually sit down and record a video when I was so tired from working all day. All I wanted to do was come home, smash down some dinner, maybe do a workout, and then go to bed as soon as possible. So that said, the next holiday coming up is going to be Thanksgiving. And I know we're only in September, but I want to try to get the general public mindful of what goes on behind the scenes. We could backtrack to 2020 when there was COVID, and we were at ground zero. All the retail workers were at ground zero, and we were there doing the best we could to help everyone. It was a stressful time for America, and we were ground zero, man. We were in there, stocking the shelves, doing the best we could, and I'm sure a lot of people want to forget that time as much as I do. But moving forward, be mindful that, and I'm sure a lot of people that might be coming along this channel have never worked in retail. I'm going to go on a limb and say that, because retail is a beast within a beast. And once you get in it, you could say to yourself, okay, I could do this. I could do retail. I could do this. This is high pace, high stress. It's a very stressful job. People say, oh, it can't be nearly as stressful as me working downtown and trying to, do the production sheet for the next quarter and blah, 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 blah. Well, everyone has stressors. But when you're doing physical work, like retail is physical. It's not physical if you're a cashier, or cashier is probably the easiest job in the grocery industry. But every other department you see, grocery aisles, deli, bakery, meat and seafood, dairy, and then the center aisles, the grocery, they got night crews that come in there at 11 o'clock at night and work till 7 o'clock in the morning. And they stock those shelves for us, for the shoppers. It doesn't just appear. So I think a lot of people, now I'm guilty like this, but let me go on track. I think a lot of people that go into the retail, that go into a grocery store, they don't think about how the product got on the floor. They don't think about how the product appeared in a given service case or a floor case. They just go in and they grab it. They grab it off the shelf. They grab it. That's human nature, right? What I'm doing here today is, like what I was going to say, I'm guilty of that. I'll go to a hardware store and I assume the screws and the nails are all going to be stocked for me to come in there and shop with. As I assume that. But because I know, being in retail for 36 years, that someone had to physically put that on the shelf. So, yeah, that's it in a nutshell, really. But be mindful that the people that work in the grocery stores, they have lives. They have stressors before they come to work every day. Maybe the young mother has to get their kids off to daycare, or maybe they have to get their kids ready, pack their lunch, and get them ready for the school bus before they get to work. But they got to get to work. They have to get to work on time, and maybe they'll have to discuss it with their department leader. Hey, you need to schedule me later in the morning because I have to get my kids off to school or off to daycare or whatever. So we all have lives outside of the monster grocery store. And so, just like the shoppers, they have lives too, and they have demands, and they have schedules. Well, the people that work in the store, we have schedules and lives too. And we are responsible for making everyone else's life a lot easier by being to work every day and stocking the shelves and getting all that ready on a daily basis. Now factor in the holiday. So the holiday comes rolling around the corner. That's a different animal completely. Because now we're on overload. Now we're on overdrive. Not only are we stocking, not only the bakery department stocking enough cookies and bread and such, and not only is the deli making grab and go lunch meats where they got to come in at like 5 o'clock, sometimes 4 o'clock in the morning and slice a bunch of lunch meat, put it in bags, Ziploc bags, put it on the floor. That doesn't come in already done. So the general public may not know that. But I'm telling you right here, right now, that they have to physically do it on a slicer. Do this with a slicer. You know, doing that over years and years and years, years and years and years, they're going to have shoulder issues. I mean, both my shoulders are shot, totally shot. But that's for another episode. And now I'm retired. I'm in a healing stage. So be mindful that the grab and go lunch meat that you go into a deli and you see, hey, this is already packaged and ready to go. I'm going to take it and go. What a great thing. Keep on going. Let's go to the next apartment. Someone had to physically do that job. See what I'm saying? So, and sometimes someone will call in sick on a given day. We're not even talking about the holidays yet. On a given day, someone will be in the deli at 4 a.m. and someone else is supposed to come in at 7. Well, they call in sick. I can't make it. I'm not feeling good. I can't make it. Little Johnny or Sally's not feeling good. So you're fucked. They're fucked. And because there is no one else to come over there and help out, that one person that came at 4, supposed to work 4 to noon, is going to probably have to skip both their breaks just to get the job done. See what I'm saying? So this is going to be part 1 of probably 3 parts because I don't want to bore everybody with what the ins and outs of the holidays, but it's crazy in there on the holidays. I'm just talking about the normal day, the normal work week of the ins and outs of what goes on in a grocery store. So someone has to physically, you like eggs? You go to the dairy, someone has to physically open the top of the box with a razor knife and pull the crates out and put them on the shelf. This action. This stuff. Someone has to physically do that. And we have to have the help in there to do it. And we generally do. So when you go into a store, next time you go into a grocery store, whether it be the store, the company I work for, or XYZ, other companies out there around the country, be mindful when you go into a grocery store that someone had to physically put the product on the shelf. It just didn't appear. I think most people understand that. I think most people that shop in the store, they see people during the day stocking the shelves. They know, collectively in their mind, they know they're being physically having to put that up on the shelf. But there are that percentage of people out there that are total dumbasses. And they automatically, maybe the entitled ones, they automatically assume that it just appears. It should appear. Well, I'm here spending my hard-earned money. Well, we have to spend our hard-earned money too on the groceries as well. We're in the same boat you're in. Only other difference is we're on the delivering end where you're on the receiving end. So keep in mind, going into the holidays, Thanksgiving coming up, the people that shop, the people that work in those stores, they have lives, they have responsibilities, they have to maintain a household, they have to feed their families, they got a mortgage to pay, they got a car payment to pay, they got bills to pay, they have lives outside of the store. They have stressors outside the door, just like the shopper that comes in that has the same stressors we have. Only the difference is the stressors we have are compounded with a lot of physical work. To what? Get the shelves stocked for the holidays. This was part 1 of maybe 3 parts. I hope you have a good day, and we'll catch up to you next time. Take care of yourself and each other. Peace out.